Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today I was awakened to the news that one of the most historic figures I've met in my life, an anti-apartheid activist and a blessed man, Ahmed, Kathrada, known as Kathy, passed away. Kathy was an Indian gentleman who went to Johannesburg with his family as a young man and found at age 8 he had to move there because there were no Indian schools in South Africa. He became, at a very early age, an activist for social reform and against apartheid, first for Indian rights and then against apartheid and for South African rights. He was arrested along with Nelson Mandela, Walter Sisulu, Mbeki Goldberg, and other leaders of the ANC, and tried in the famous Ravinia trial in 1963, and convicted, as they all were. He spent 18 years in prison in Robben Island with Nelson Mandela and others, and 8 additional years in prison. But when released from prison, he didn't see bitterness. He saw only peace and a period and of commitment to resolving race relations in South Africa. He befriended the people who had been his guards and who had been subjected him to minority rights. He was elected to the African National Party delegate to Parliament and served as one of Nelson Mandela's aides. He received 4 honorary degrees in his life, 1 from the University of Kentucky, 1 from Michigan State, and 1 from the University of Missouri. He moved back to Robben Island and lived there and gave tours of the museum. On my second trip to South Africa, where I met him on a second occasion, he led our group on our tour. And it was remarkable to see the prison guards hand the key to the prison to the former prisoner. Kathy was a great human being, a humanitarian individual who served the Indian people, the South African nation, and humanity in a superb fashion. His was a life well lived, and I was fortunate to have met him, and I'm sorry for his loss. I yield back the balance of my time.